Hello, this is Gavin Young.
Hi, my name is Jack Myers.
Hey, I'm Greg Carr II. We are
Mike.
Trio.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast again. So we just finished wrapping up this podcast, and some of the things we talked about today are really exciting. I'm honestly excited for you guys to hear the rest of this podcast. So we started off with our sports from Joe Hansen, Jack, and Gregathy Carr. Then we went into some theater stuff. We talked a little bit about some hot topics of it. I loved it.
The theater.
Yes, the theater. We're all still here. And then we went into more of like our dreams that we want to do after college. Me and Greg are about to graduate in a few months, and Jack has about a year and a half left. So we wanted to talk a little bit about that.
Moving
and then
on now.
We talked about our hopes and ambitions for this show. Like, we have so many. It's kind of crazy. You guys need to listen to it to the end because honestly, some crazy ideas we got. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Woo!
Alrighty, first podcast, guys. Greg, hit us with the fact.
Ooh. Okay. The Eiffel Tower can be 15 centimeters taller during the summer due to thermal expansion, meaning the iron heats up, the particles gain kinetic energy, and take up more space.
Nice fact. That is Greg's fact of the podcast. Gavin is currently laughing.
Out of all the fun facts you wanted to start off with, the Eiffel Tower's expansion.
A building that grows in the summertime? Are you kidding me?
Well, it is a building made of metal.
It still grows.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Alrighty, moving past this. So, first thing we're going to talk about at the start of this podcast, but guys, first podcast. We're not going to go into that.
This is the unofficial pilot,
Yes.
I would like to call it.
Yeah.
Oh, please let this work.
Please, oh my gosh, I don't think I could do another one if
Yes.
if
To give context, we did film a podcast a week ago, but the audio file got corrupted, so now we have to restart. We're not going to talk about the same things because already that stuff passed, but yeah. So cross your fingers, round number 2.
Alrighty.
Unofficial pilot, here we go.
Let's get into it. First thing we'll talk about this podcast is obviously sports. Big NFL weekend. Probably some could say. Actually, I don't even think there really was an upset. I think everyone. Oh no, there was one or two.
Yes,
but
there was definitely there was a couple upsets.
there was at least 2 or 3 upsets. But yeah, probably we could go into all the scores of the games if we want. I could just say them really fast.
Go ahead.
Vikings versus Saints. That was the London game. Vikings went 20-25 off a field goal from their kicker, which that game, I saw the end of it. That was a crazy ending, I will say. I think both teams played pretty well, and yeah, that's really all I gotta say about that. They just both played pretty well. They both kept it competitive, which is nice.
Yes.
Next score 48-45, Seahawks against Lions.
The Detroit Lions. Wow.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions offense is probably, it could be underrated top 10. But their defense is
very poor.
Bottom 5.
Yeah.
Commanders have the worst defense, but that's my opinion. Jets versus
The
Steelers, 24-20.
The Jets beat the Steelers. Are you kidding me?
That's probably the biggest upset. Zach Wilson coming back.
And also, don't forget Kenny Pickett.
Oh, Kenny Pickett. I feel bad for Mitch Trubisky.
His first NFL pass of his career was an interception.
That's a big
And here's another fun fact. The only other QB to do that is Big Ben.
Yeah.
Right before him.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
That was probably like a Steelers just like, oh my gosh, we found the next big thing. And I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how
that pans out.
Yeah. How different of a game they'll play with him than Trubisky. Giants versus Bears, 20-12. Giants.
No surprise there.
3-1. I mean, we're seeing some, you could say, low-tier teams, to be honest. But, hey, they beat the Bears. They should have beat the Bears, and they did. Saquon looks like he could be the best running back this year because Jonathan Taylor looks like he's taking a step back. People have found him a little bit out. Same with Christian McCaffrey. He's injury-prone. I think Christian McCaffrey could go back to the player he was, but I don't think we'll consider him the top running back.
In all honesty, I am very shocked that Christian McCaffrey has lasted this far into the season without picking up an injury.
He almost was rolled out, but he was like, nope, I'm playing. 24-17, Titans over Colts. That was probably the pretty much boring
Yeah,
game.
it was
Who
it was a
gonna
mundane
win.
game.
Yeah,
For sure.
34-24, Chargers versus Texans. Chargers almost blowing that game. I feel like that was crazy.
Yeah.
That's someone we know's team. So, but yeah, no, Justin Herbert. He stuck through it. He definitely looked better, obviously this week. But that Chargers defense needs to be better with how good they're supposed to be. You gave it 24 to Texans, but Texans have been a sneaky team.
They really have.
They really have. I don't feel like they're deserving all the hate, but they're definitely way away from being a contender at like in anything, even a playoff contender.
Absolutely. The Chargers are now 2-2. They're 500.
Yep, that's probably crazy. Because a lot of people had them to win the whole, have the best record in the NFL, and I'm like, really? I just don't see it. After last year, getting out of the playoffs because of the overtime, that the Raiders were literally going to have the tie, but the Chargers just were like, nope, we don't want it, and just ruined their whole playoff chances. Like, I just don't see it. I don't know why people are so high on the Chargers except for Justin Herbert. I think there's a lot of good pieces, but they need a piece. They need another piece.
They're a piece away, I'd say.
23-20 though, Falcons over Browns. That's probably the biggest upset.
That is the biggest upset.
Browns, with Nick Chubb has been going off. Nick Chubb is another guy like Saquon who he might be top 3 this year. By the end of this year, if he stays healthy, top 3 running back with Jonathan Taylor, I think is number 3. I think Nick Chubb could be the second best, but that's only because of the first couple weeks.
Yeah, but you also can't rule out that backfield is absolutely insane with the combination of Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt is
a problem,
and especially because he was on the Chiefs before, and he deserved all the hype he got, but he ruined that. And now he's a backup, but hey. We'll just go past that. 25-10, Cowboys over Commanders. Dallas's defense is probably the best in the league. Probably at least top 5. I think they're very. It's probably because they had to pick up the slack of the offense, which is why they're playing better. Because in that first game with Dak, they definitely just didn't. I feel like put their whole heart up, but they have been playing not great teams. I shouldn't say that. Top 5.
Don't hype up those Cowboys fans'
heads.
They're America's team. Don't do it, because this is the way it goes with Cowboys fans. They win a couple of games, then they lose. They somehow sneak their way into the playoffs. They lose in the playoffs, and then Cowboys fans are depressed for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I will give a shout out to Cooper Rush though, because he's been playing really well. I
will hold my tongue there. Cooper Rush is still undefeated as the Cowboys starting QB.
If he keeps winning, we might see him replace Dak.
I can Dak being on the clipboard.
Maybe Dak goes to the Texans. Maybe instead of Davis Mills. That could be something. That could
Dak
be a conversation.
to the Texans? That's a hot take.
That's a hot take, I know. But I think it could be fun. I mean, they need a quarterback. And yes, like we said, they're still a long ways away. But hey, Dak's a good, serviceable quarterback.
All right.
He is injury prone, though. That's what your cautiousness is. Eagles 29-21 almost blew it to the Jaguars. Jaguars are the dark horse this year.
The Jaguars are the dark horse. Are you kidding me? The Eagles are still undefeated.
Yep. That's my uncle's team, so that's really fun for me.
I'm surprised. I'm shocked, honestly.
I think once but the thing is, they verse a lot of teams that are like around 500 or just maybe a little bit over, but obviously it's the beginning of the season. But they haven't versed like a contender yet. Once they verse a contender, then I'll give them the benefit of the doubt more. But hey, they're 4-0. I can't say anything. But I'm saying like. Do I see them going far in the playoffs? That is yet to be determined because we have not seen them go against a top-level talent team. But, hey, right now, Eagles fans, be proud of yourselves. Bills over Ravens. Ravens blew that game. 23-20.
23-20.
They blew that game. They should have won. And I have a hot take, and I think it's Lamar Jackson is the most overrated quarterback. That's just my opinion.
I agree with that.
He's the most overrated. He has a couple games where he throws good, but if he doesn't have the run game, he's not a starting quarterback.
I will name you one quarterback right now that I think is better than Lamar Jackson. Right now, Geno Smith is playing out of his mind.
Yep. But, Lamar Jackson has an MVP, and I can understand that, but the whole thing is just based around him. Their whole offense is based around him.
Yes.
That's the reason why he succeeds. It's based around him.
I mean, he does have an MVP.
He does have an MVP, but he only has one playoff win.
And
people like to hype his tires a lot. But Josh Allen has been looking... In the first 2 games, he looked like Superman. In these last 2, he's looked incredibly... yes, he has a bunch of yards, but he's not winning these games very convincingly. And yes, they did lose Micah Hyde in the defense, but he's not doing much else. Yes, they got 23 points, but... It doesn't seem very convincing that they got that win. They still got it, but...
Is Josh Allen the front runner for MVP this year?
I say yes. as of right now, but I think later down the line, and I know I'm a Chiefs fan, but Patrick Mahomes, I think will sneak in there if he stays healthy.
And Jalen Hurts is definitely in that conversation now.
I do like Josh Allen a lot, but the problem is he's inconsistent still. And I know people are going to say the same thing about Mahomes, but that's because his team lets him down a lot. But I'll get into that more later. 26-16 Cardinals over Panthers. Cardinals should have won it. They won it. Baker Mayfield is a poverty quarterback. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He should be better than he is. And Robbie Anderson needs to get the ball thrown to more.
Are you kidding me?
I hate Robbie Anderson's attitude because I think he's
one of the only good things going for Panthers right now.
Well, he's not getting
he's not getting any touches.
Yeah.
Something needs to change.
Yep.
Something needs to change.
They maybe put in that rookie quarterback, Matt Corral, for now until
Absolutely.
Sam Darnold comes back. But Raiders over Broncos. Thank the Lord.
The Raiders finally got a win.
But it's funny to me. I literally said this to my mom. Broncos were the worst 2-1 team. Worst 2-1 team last week. They're they're the worst AFC West team in my opinion. They're the worst. I don't know how they went 2-1 to start off the year. But, yeah, don't like it.
Russell Wilson is in that same conversation with Lamar Jackson right now as one of the most overrated quarterbacks right now.
I think Lamar Jackson's top 15, but right now Russell Wilson's playing like a bottom 10 quarterback.
Oy.
I think Lamar Jackson's overrated, but I don't think he's one of the worst quarterbacks. I don't. I still think he's a good quarterback. He's just overrated. Like, people put him top 3. I put him top 10.
Yeah,
I'll put him 8.
I'm putting them on the same level right now, dude.
Yeah.
Because they're both playing, like, really bad.
Packers over Patriots, 27-24. Packers, they
Bailey Zappi.
He didn't look bad.
He didn't look bad.
But Mac Jones is going to be hurting your team. If you lose him, it's going to be hurt. It's going to hurt. They're going to rely on, I feel like, Aguilar. And
yes.
He's going to rely on the inside slot guys, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rams, 49ers. 49ers win 24-9. How are we feeling?
Stafford seems like... I just said I think Lamar Jackson's one of the more overrated. Stafford is acting like the most overrated this season, quarterback. Because he throws to 2 targets, Higbee or Kupp. Allen Robinson is too talented not to get more touches or more targets.
Yeah.
Same with Stronach, number 18. I don't know how to say his name, so I don't want to botch it like I just did. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. Jimmy G. He played just as good as he did the season they went to the Super Bowl, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
All I'm going to say about that game is that Jalen Ramsey needs to get it together. Yep. All this hype that surrounded him and the hype that he says for himself that he is that guy, he did not back it up. He's cooked. He's cooked.
41 Chiefs over Buccaneers. Have you heard about the news that Tom Brady
and Giselle are reportedly getting a divorce?
He should have just retired. I'm sorry. He should have just retired.
He's going for number 8. He is the GOAT. For those of you at home who don't know, I'm a huge Tom Brady / Buccaneers fan.
And I'm a Chiefs fan, so this is... I know. But your defense got cooked. Tom Brady played good. Your defense got cooked.
I know. He did so well for my fantasy. He scored 25 points this week.
Yep.
The defense absolutely sold us.
But Mahomes was just unbelievable. That one interception at the end of the game was the only thing he did wrong in that game, in my opinion. Mahomes did.
Man.
But, yeah, we could probably talk about Tom Brady another time.
No, get off of this subject right now. Yeah. Everything's going wrong.
Done with sports. Let's get into the next topic. Gavin, what you got for us?
Well, I'm looking up current Broadway and theater news.
Oh, beautiful.
Because I wanted to see what shows are coming up in Broadway, because I know, obviously, we're going in 8 months.
Yes.
So I just wanted to see what's going to be there next year and see what exciting new things are coming up. Because a lot of things are closing right now, which is
very sad.
But also kind of like I'm kind of happy some of these shows are closing because they don't need to be on Broadway anymore.
Yes. Well, I have some theater news.
Okay.
You guys may not know this about me, but my very first huge role ever, before coming to my current theater workplace, was Rooster Hannigan in Annie. And so I've been keeping up with all theater news, and last night in Syracuse the Annie National Tour opened, and I am so excited. I can't wait for it to come here, and I can't wait to see it, because I saw clips of this cast, and they are really talented. It's a non-equity tour, too, so gotta support our local actors.
Nice.
Yes.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
There's another tour in the works right now.
Legally Blonde.
Legally
Legally
I think
Blonde.
that's the one I was thinking
Mhm.
of. So that Legally Blonde, now we got Annie. There
Yes.
has to be another one that was starting. Six
Yep.
has just opened theirs a few months ago.
Yes.
But I will say, to stay on the touring topic,
Mm.
a lot of people are leaving.
Yeah, what's
A
going
lot
on?
of people are leaving. I don't know if it's like money issues or what.
It
but,
might
like,
be people just like wanting to move on to new projects.
Exactly. Well, because a lot of these people are the cast from before COVID.
Right.
Because, to my knowledge, not that many people left after COVID because they were like, now we're getting our jobs back and like they need money. But like, I know a few people that didn't come back, but that was about it. A lot of people are leaving now, though. There's like 3 people who just left Hadestown. No, 4 people that just left Hadestown.
Yes.
3 people are leaving Mean Girls at the end of the month.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
The lead woman in Pretty Woman is leaving in 3 days.
Yep.
Which is kind of sad. On the 10th. She's leaving on the 10th. So 5 days.
Okay.
Wait, what day? Today's Wednesday.
Today's
Thursday,
Wednesday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And
You know what's
The
been
9th
getting
and
a
the
lot
10th.
of traction though?
what?
I've seen like 3 different articles on 3 separate productions of Kinky Boots. Like everybody
Yes.
is doing Kinky Boots right now.
Yes, but didn't they just open another run?
Yeah, one opened off Broadway.
Yes.
And then I'm pretty sure another one, if I do have it correctly.
I think.
Yes. One was starring Wayne Brady at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, yes.
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 What's going on, guys? Is Kinky Boots like the new go-to show?
I think that it's getting another run because you just got to think about the life we're living right now. Like
Absolutely.
that show is pretty iconic
It
for
is.
what it did. Especially, what was it, like 2011 when it came out?
Yes.
Earlier than that? Later than that?
Billy
I can't remember
Porter,
that.
Stark
But Billy
Sands,
Porter,
Annalise
yeah.
Ashford.
Yes.
Mwah.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. And so like it's getting another run. I'm excited
I'm
because
thoroughly excited.
some stuff is getting revived and some stuff is getting just to be done again. Heather's is still running on the West End.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
lot
still
of
shooting for
revivals
another
going on as
off-Broadway.
well.
I'm still shooting for another off-Broadway run for that show.
Mm.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but I want it to.
Yes.
Got to stay positive. But yeah, and then we got to talk about the shows that are opening coming up.
Yes.
I'm very excited for shows like K-pop and
Yes.
Anne Juliet and there's a few other ones. Okay, what I'm not excited about
Oh no.
is I am not excited about to see Andrew Lloyd Webber's
Bad Cinderella.
even though it's supposed to be just Cinderella, and even on Playbill right now it still says Cinderella, even though they've now announced it that it's going to be called
Bad Cinderella.
It's just so cringy, and like honestly, yeah, and like people shouldn't record shows on the professional stage, but it happens, and I've definitely seen their West End production of
Yeah,
Cinderella.
I was gonna say.
And when I tell you that this is the weirdest concept I've ever seen for Cinderella, like it's annoyingly weird because it's like if it was its own musical and was not called Cinderella, was not even based off of that, but it could have like the Cinderella aspects.
Yeah.
Great musical.
Mm.
Great. It's funny, it's cammy, like very much camp, very campy. I love it. I love that aspect. I don't enjoy how the West End cast was treated.
No.
Nobody likes that.
Nobody.
I can't see it staying on Broadway. Like, we're going in May. It
Yeah.
opens February 14th.
Do you
I
think it'll
don't think it's gonna stay open.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't think it's gonna be
it'll
open by the
stay
time we
open
get
by
there.
the time we get there?
No, I think it's either it's going to be a smash hit because
Or it's going
so
to be an
bad,
immediate flop.
or it's going to be an immediate. And I think it's going to be an immediate flop because Broadway doesn't want these redone shows anymore.
No, they
We're kind of
don't.
over it. We've
Yeah.
already had so many. Moulin Rouge swept everything, but like that's a movie musical. Mean Girls
Exactly.
closed after
Closed.
COVID. Frozen closed after COVID. Beetlejuice
Yep.
is closing.
Yes.
A
A lot of closures.
lot of closures. Come From Away just closed. That's not a musical, but like that one should have stayed. Tis What It Is though.
Yeah.
Dear Evan Hansen's now a movie and it closed.
And it closed.
Like there's just, MJ is now MJ's staying open. Styx is staying open.
Yeah.
Hamilton, of course, is staying open.
Of course,
but
Hamilton was going to stay open.
There's only a handful of shows that are staying open. So in the next 6 months, Broadway is changing basically completely. I saw a TikTok, and this woman had all like Broadway like mapped out, and every theater was listed, and she listed out each show that's supposed to be in there by March of 2023, and there are still 6 or 7 theaters not announced, like big theaters not announced what show there's gonna have.
That's crazy.
Because she also perspective because a lot of people's attendance is down. I don't know if that's like a COVID thing or if it's just like people they're so used to now seeing movies all the time.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but the attendance is down, so a lot of shows are projected to close within the next 6 months too.
Yeah.
Not the ones that I've already announced. Like, they're just supposed to flop, and they're supposed to be like, you're not open anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. Funny Girl is probably closing soon. As soon as Leah leaves, that's gone.
You think Leah's going to leave?
Actually, no, she probably won't.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way she manifests that role on her show on Glee and then leaves the show.
Could it have been a thing that, yes, Rachel Berry also wanted it, but, like, could it have been, like, one of those things that Leah Michele wanted it a little bit, but, like, then she played Rachel Berry and she was like, no, I gotta have it now. Because I don't know. Kind of crazy. But, like, that's the psychological thing of playing a character. So...
I mean, if she does leave the show, I mean, will they bring Julie Benko back?
I mean, Julie Benko's already in it.
I mean, but she's only doing every Thursday. But she's also doing a new play.
Exactly. I think Julie's gonna leave soon.
Yeah, I was going...
I see it at the end of the year.
At the end of the year?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Well, and, like, that woman also, she has her own career now.
Yeah, she has become a star.
Exactly. She doesn't need Funny Girl anymore. Like, it was, like, her stepping stone.
Yes.
Like, when you do a show, you don't have to stay there for forever. Okay, so we had to move locations, but, yeah, so the audio might be a little different than what it was just a second ago. But it's okay. We're going to continue our conversation about Julie Benko and theater.
We adapt to our surroundings because we're theater people.
We're thespians.
We're thespians.
Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, so, like... Also another show that's coming possibly to Broadway. It did open, and it did not do well in Chicago. The Devil Wears Prada.
The Devil Wears Prada.
Wow, they made that into...
A musical?
A musical? That's
yes, they did.
Crazy.
And it's
Hot take.
Elton John wrote the music.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a hot take that Broadway is running out of ideas, so they are turning to stuff that's already been written and turning them into musicals.
Well, I mean, it's because also people... weren't really creative over COVID, so nothing was really created at those times, and so they were like, what can we do? Let's make a Clueless musical, or Devil Wears Prada.
No.
Let's continue the movie musical franchise, because supposedly that's doing really well. And I hate it. I've hated everything that's come out of it. Mean Girls is, like, hardly, like, one that I'm like... I love that show, but it's only because I love the movie. But, like, it didn't need to be a musical.
Yeah.
None of these movies need to be a musical. They are perfectly fine the way they are.
Yes.
We need to stop doing that.
Yes. One show that I would like to highlight before we move on from all things theater, 1776. The all-female, transgender, and non-binary cast ever on Broadway. I would like to personally applaud each and every single one of you for making history. That is huge. Especially a musical about the Founding Fathers trying to sort out their differences and who they are. You guys are telling their story. That I applaud you. I applaud you. I saw a brief performance of the opening number on Good Morning America, and I'm actually very tempted to go see it. It's a really solid cast.
So what I've seen from it is just small TikToks of it, and I will say I am genuinely intrigued about it. Yes. I would love to see that show. We just gotta see if it's going to make it... Oh, wait. Performance... Okay, sorry. I just I'm reading the playbill thing.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
right there with you.
Yes, so I thought it just said the closing date, but no, it doesn't have a closing date. It just opened.
Yeah, it
No.
just opened.
It opens tomorrow.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh.
So they've just been doing previews
They've
for
been
a
doing
month.
previews,
Yes.
but yes.
Yes, because I was like sitting here, I was like, wow,
So
that's in the future.
happy opening to the cast of 1776.
Woo!
Absolutely.
I am so excited. I do want to see it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, and the movie Almost Famous has just become a musical too.
Wow.
Yeah, that opens in 6 days on the 11th.
Joy. And then
Wait, but this one has Almost Famous gone to a theater yet? Because the Playbill article says ahead of an October 11th opening at a theater to be determined.
interesting.
That is, I mean, I've definitely heard of it before, so it's like definitely is happening.
Ooh. Last thing I promise, and then I'm done for theater. The Piano Lesson by August Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's starring Samuel L. Jackson, John David Washington, and Danielle Brooks. If you guys don't know who Danielle Brooks is, she was just in Much Ado About Nothing at the Public Theater Enemy, and then she was also in the revival of The Color Purple with Cynthia Erivo and Jennifer Hudson, like way back when. She is a force to be reckoned with.
Also on Orange is the New Black.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Wait, I'm gonna double check that. I'm positive Danielle Brooks. Yeah, she was. That's not how you spell Danielle.
He's having trouble spelling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This woman was in Orange is the New Black. Yep.
She
Wow.
is.
I'm
a
obsessed
force
with
to
this
be,
woman.
She's a force to be reckoned with,
She
Dang.
is.
and I cannot
So
wait to see
good.
the Piano Lesson.
And I saw we watched a recording of Much Ado About Nothing when she did it in New York. Yep.
Mhm.
It was stellar.
Phenomenal.
So good.
Best Shakespeare show I've ever done.
Yeah. Fuck. I've ever seen. I don't even like Shakespeare, but I was like, that was pretty damn good.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yep.
Alrighty, so moving into to this next topic, I'm going to ask you guys this, because we kind of talked about this before the podcast, but I thought we should bring it back up in what do you think, since, you guys are graduating soon, I probably would hopefully graduating the year after, because, I had to take an extra year. What exactly do you think when you are like, yes, I'm going to move out, what do you want your first, apartment / I guess you could say home, but let's stay with apartment. Like, if you had to get an apartment to start out, what would you guys want at least in this? Because I know obviously there's simple answers like, kitchen, obviously 1 bathroom at least, a bedroom.
None of that.
I would hope there's a bathroom.
I just want.
Yeah, but
I want a coat closet.
There's communal bathrooms in some apartments, so I can't do that.
That's
But
more in the city.
is there anything else? Obviously, you have those certain things, but there's anything extra? Like for me personally, this is the only thing I would want an office, because then it's it's somewhere where I could probably game. I'll have a bunch of sound foam, and even if we were are still doing podcasts by that point, because we could, if this takes off somehow, which that's something we should talk about, is what we could what do we expect from this. What to come from this, a year from now, even if we are doing it or not, what could we see happening? But let's start with that first. Me, it's just a simple office where I can do gaming, or I can just do my work in, separate from my first apartment. But yeah, what are you guys feeling for what you would want?
I mean, I definitely want to move out. Fuck, let's start there.
I mean, fair enough.
I will not be living with my parents anymore. That is a big goal of mine. But my dream apartment would be, it's a 2-bedroom. I would like to make one a film studio / art / theater. It's just a studio, just so I can do anything, take pictures, film, record, send out auditions, do all of that kind of stuff. Have a blank wall, and also my office, because I would like to have a place to work. I like to continue creating content.
Yes.
It's a huge thing that I like to do. And the basics, okay, fine. This isn't actually that basic for some people, but I would like to have a bath in my bathroom.
Interesting.
Are you more of a bath than a shower person?
I take showers more, but I would love to take a bath.
So we can relax after
a
a
nice
long
little
day.
bath from a long day.
From a long day.
Light some candles.
Yeah.
Make some pasta or something and
Yes.
eat in the bath.
Oh, read a book.
Sip some wine.
Watch some Netflix.
Yes.
Yes.
Have a little mini bathroom projector.
Yep.
Oh my
with like like a
gosh.
shelf that's like kind of like over the toilet and just shines on the wall. That's what I would want too. If I had an office, I would want a shelf for a projector that I could like watch movies in. Like that would be sick.
Yep. Exactly. So like I would want that. But I also like it to be in like a skyscraper. So
Yes.
That's awesome.
with glass. It's all glass.
All glass.
Floor to ceiling glass.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's a nice aesthetic.
Dream. All that natural light.
What are you thinking, Greg, for yours?
Ooh, I'm very basic, so I would just want the essentials. I want a kitchen. I want a bathroom. Office would be preferred, but if not, I can make my bedroom into an office.
That's true.
I'm very innovative like that.
Would you be living alone or would you living with a partner? Because that's something I actually didn't even ask you guys. Would you be living with someone or would you want to live alone?
Honestly, I would want to live alone.
That's fair.
I kind of enjoy my own company and the peace and quiet.
That's fair.
But one essential that I would like to have, I know this won't happen until I'm like 30 something, but I would love to have a garage. I would love to have a garage so I can work on my car, because I'm a huge car guy.
Ooh, my dad is too. So
Yeah, I love all types of cars. So yes.
Yeah. But for me, like I said, basic just I want, an office. Mine would be more, I would deck out the office personally. Like I said, sound foam on the walls, so if I'm too loud or whatnot, then not a lot of my neighbors would hear me. I probably would have a couch, like a small little couch. Like I said, if I would have a projector, I'd want somewhere if like someone came over, if we wanted to watch movies in there, could be really cool. Projector would be awesome. My setup, because I already have a decent PC, gaming PC. So, just a good sized desk where I can fit that and whatever I need. And also, I now have LED lights in my room. I have LED lights in my closet.
Yeah.
And you guys have not seen my room, which I don't know if I have a picture of it, but if I do, I could probably show you guys. My dad built me a blues note since I'm a blues fan to put my TV on, and it's insane.
Solid.
So yeah, no, that's me personally. But yeah, I think that was honestly. I feel like nowadays people our age would want just an office. If they were getting an apartment building, office is just a nice little thing that's kind of like our own specialized room. I know like our bedrooms are obviously that, but that's somewhere where like everyone can come into that office.
It's becoming more of an essential rather than a necessity nowadays.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are working from home ever since COVID happened.
Yeah.
And so having an office is like almost essential to your lifestyle now.
At least an area for a desk within the
Yes, absolutely.
rooms. But yeah, I know I would want to live alone. I do not want to live with people. Every roommate I've ever had has been awful. So
Ooh, bad
absolutely
roommates?
not. Yeah.
Oi. Can
Yep.
you give us a story?
So the first one was a slob.
Okay.
That's fair.
And he only had his girlfriend do things for him.
That
And
is,
she was basically living with us, so he literally would not do laundry. So he would be like, "Hey, I have laundry," and she would have to do it for him.
Oh.
Yeah, she made his bed.
Whoa.
She
Is
took
this
out his
girlfriend or his
trash.
mom? Gosh.
Exactly. Oh no, we've had many conversations. I told her to break up with him. That was and then I can't say that part, but there's a lot of things that happened with him.
Yeah.
But he dropped out after the first semester. And then the second semester, I got a new roommate, and this is, now we're into 2020, so I got to college in 2019. That was the fall. 2020, though,
Yes.
my roommate had anger issues,
Oh no.
and played video games, and was a baseball player.
Oh.
And obviously in the spring
no.
semester, that's when baseball is.
Right.
So the first 2 weeks I lived with him, he had to wake up at 4 in the morning and go to practice by 5. And so he would wake me up.
Oh, no.
And then he would also, I hate the smell of peanut butter. And this man would make hot oatmeal and scoop the biggest amount of peanut butter and put it into his oatmeal. So it would literally fumigate the entire room.
Dang.
And we were basically like in a closet-sized room. Like, think like this. And then, like, add, like, maybe 3 more feet on that side.
What? That's
and
small?
then, like, lengthen this room probably by another, and then that's it.
Yeah, the first college I went to, I think my roommate and myself had the biggest room on our floor, which is crazy to think about because we had an L room. That's how it was shaped. Me and my roommate, we never had problems, honestly. We just didn't talk to each other much. Like, I was a little bit loud because, you know, I never lived with someone else in the same room until that point. Yeah. So I didn't know how loud I was, and there taught me, like, when I was there, it taught me a lot of patience because I would game till, like, 12 or 1 in the morning. I had no friends on that. Like, it was just so hard to make friends there because, like, it's just crazy. But it wasn't bad. I, like, slowly towards the end of the first year, I was kind of making friends. But, like, me and him, we never had problems. I did some things that, you know, it took me a second to realize that I was doing them, and he helped me, I think, learn them. But he was a chill guy, no problems. He always talked to me when he was going to do something or when he was going to have people over. So he did the normal roommate things. I mean, I never had a problem. But, yeah, it's a whole other universe when you live by yourself versus with another person.
For sure.
Yeah, and, like my second roommate, like, he was a good guy. He just, like, did things that were, like, I was like, what the fuck? But no, he also, like, that team would drink a lot, and so we would, like, come back to the dorm whole wasted, and that wasn't very fun. So, 'tis what it is, though.
Yeah, I mean, the only roommate I ever had was my freshman year of college. He was cool. I liked him. I did like him. We came from the same high school.
Okay.
We graduated together, and we said, hey, since we're going to the same school, we might as well bunk up, you know, so we can, you know, have somebody we know.
Bunk up.
Oh, come on. That's a phrase.
No. Maybe for summer camp.
Oh, come on. Anyway, moving on. We bunked up, right? We got along. We shared a microwave. I did a lot of the cleaning, which I don't mind because I do enjoy cleaning. And no, he was a really chill guy. I still keep in touch with him to this day because obviously I don't live anywhere anymore.
You're homeless?
Oh, I'm not homeless. I don't live there anymore. Goodness. It's to save money. Thank you. But no, I still keep in touch with him. And no, he was really cool.
Okay.
Love the guy.
So I guess this could probably be, I don't know if it'll be our final topic because, you know, we could, honestly, if we stayed in here, we could talk as long as we wanted. But, you know.
I got my stuff upstairs.
Yeah, your stuff, all of our stuff's upstairs. But I guess.
And we have rehearsal.
Yeah, I think the last thing we should talk about is, what do we expect coming out of this podcast? I mean, it's the first episode. This could just be like, we just do this year and it's all done. But, like, let's maybe talk about what our expectations are for, like, you know, 1 month in versus like 6 months, maybe even a year, because I think that'd be interesting. What all of us think could happen in that time, you know, because we never know. Who knows? Maybe this podcast could just be just this school year thing, and then we're done, or maybe it just goes so well that we're like, hey, let's keep doing this together and find time for it, and maybe it goes somewhere. So I just wanted to ask you guys, what do you think could happen with this podcast? So I guess Gavin, we'll start with you because I feel like
fame.
Hey, I'm all down for that. I would love some
experience, I think. This is the stuff I really like to do. Like I said, content creating. I have friends that do podcasts. I've never done a podcast. I've been on podcasts. But yeah, I mean, I guess mostly just experience. But all jokes aside, like, genuinely, like, also, like, it would be pretty fucking cool if people followed us.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, right now we're not really talking about anything but our lives, which is perfectly fine, but, like, later down the road we could literally just talk about topics, like, specific things for each episode.
We could start making YouTube videos of just, like, little small things. Like, we could take our podcast, if we were, like, you know, get to the point where we could, like, show our faces, and we could do rankings and, like, take parts of our podcast, so people, if they don't want to listen to the whole thing, and put them into smaller YouTube segment videos.
I mean, and also it's like, this is going into social media tea, but, like, the Try Guys are falling down.
I was just about to say the same thing.
It'd be kind of cool if
we became the new Try Guys.
I mean, true, but, like, that would be a dream. But, like, also it's just, it's cool to think that things always change, and new audiences are always wanting new content. And I feel like that's fun for us. We're three very different people. None of us literally have anything really in common about our lives.
I feel like though that's what makes this podcast great to me is because we could all get involved in other people. Like, you know, when it comes to theater, I'm not the most knowledgeable, but listening to you guys makes me just like feel just like I'm like, wow, this is kind of really cool, and like I would love to learn more if I had time. And I feel like that's what we'll teach each other new experiences and new things with this podcast. So that's one of the best things for us, at least.
Yeah.
What I want from this podcast is along the lines with Gavin. I want fame.
I mean, hey.
I want fame, but in all honesty,
Greg.
oh
my God.
Oh my gosh! Fine, not fame. I just want a platform where we can create art, right? Because we all need creative outlets in our lives, and I think a podcast is a great way to do that. And who knows? Maybe we could become the new Try Guys. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed.
I'll take the the pink dinosaur. It's okay.
Honestly, we all have our own colors, so it's kind of
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah.
I was honestly thinking like, and this is what I guess are you done talking? Because I'll get into that. My point.
Oh yeah, no, I'm done. Fame.
So for me, no, this was kind of funny because I actually thought today we have our own colors. If we ever do like a merch line, we have our own little stripes and colors, and like each would have like 3 little knickknacks of things that we really love on it. That would be cool.
Why are you in my head, Jack? Because I was just about to say something about merch.
Let it go. That's so
merch.
Cool. That would be if we got to that point. I think I'm gonna go with like. I mean, it would be cool. Like if this took off. I mean, that would be amazing because you know, I mean, just look at how many people like have taken off with like their platforms and everything, and like created like multiple channels of like different things that they talk about or just go into. Me, 1 month in, I mean, hey, if we can get to 100 or 200 in the first month of subscribers, that would be great. Like in 1 month, that'd be pretty good. I know it seems like it could be off, but like I feel like we all have like a good group of people that would subscribe or like listen, and you know, I feel like once you get past like the 100 or 200 like subscriber mark, that's when
Off
YouTube starts like recommended videos.
Well, and it's like also I would like to know that over the next few weeks, have 1,000 streams for our podcast.
Absolutely.
And like genuine, like 1,000 is a lot, but in the scheme of things, if we're doing 2 podcasts a week, 8 podcasts in 1 month, and possibly more, that's not that much.
Honestly, I think we can honestly find a time to do like another day. I feel like when we get like, you know, more in depth and like we see the numbers come in, we're like, oh, people really like this. We'll get more into it and be like, okay, let's find this hour.
Yeah, and we also have to like get accustomed to what we're doing. Like right now, we're literally just on our shoestrings, just like, what are we gonna talk about next? Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Okay, let's go into that. Yeah. Oh, this thing happened this week, and let's talk about that. Yeah. Oh, we want to talk about that today. Oh, okay. Like, that's what we're doing right now. We don't have anything really planned. We're just kind of sitting here, and we're just like, hey.
I think we're really learning and experiencing what most YouTubers, big YouTubers, have gone through when they first started. Like, this is like a whole world that, you know, we'll grow together with if we keep doing this, which I think we will. Yeah. I don't think there's no reason why we don't do this. And, you know, I think, like I said, once we get more in depth, get some podcast, maybe like even after like the 4th or 5th one, that's probably when we'll like, okay.
Yeah, that's when we'll hit our
schedule
for sure.
We'll be like scheduling.
Sports, theater, fashion, whatever next.
Yeah, we'll start.
Movies.
We'll like start
movies.
We'll start making topics.
Oh my gosh, the cartoon rankings.
Yeah, cartoon rankings. We'll do rankings and stuff. It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
And like I said, maybe we get a Discord stream. Like, you know, we like make a podcast over Discord and stuff like that. That would be sick.
Wait a minute. Okay, speaking of Discord, I mean, I know you game.
I game.
You game.
Gaming podcast, guys.
Whoa, hold on. What does everybody play? Gavin, go.
Oh, I mean, I play anything, but I mostly just play...
Jacko.
My games right now are like Valorant. I play Minecraft. I play Among Us with my friends.
Yep.
Minecraft. We can talk about Minecraft stories we have.
Oh, I have so many Minecraft
That could be its own
stories.
podcast. But yeah, my thing is, I think honestly we could get to a point where we actually make maybe a little bit of a living. I could see that if we stick to this and we really like what we're doing. This could be one of the things we do as a side, like
a side hustle.
Yeah.
We need to get sponsors. So.
Honestly.
But my first goal is, let's get to 100 subscribers. Let's try to get to that and see where we go from there. Yep. Like, I think that's, like, on YouTube, that should be our goal. 100, maybe in the first month, or maybe
we haven't even posted anything yet, and we already have 5.
We have 5.
Hey.
So we're out here.
Everyone starts from somewhere, so I'm really loving this. I know, Greg, you talk to people about it, so that's like...
Heck yeah, I'm promoting this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is sick. And we can post it on our social media. I'm going to probably post this. Once you have it up, Gavin, I think I'll take a picture and put it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I still am working on the kinks, but yes, it should be up probably later tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, because I don't have anything to do tonight.
Let's go! It'll be up tonight. That's going to be sick.
Okay, don't quote me on that. It could be tonight or tomorrow.
Oh my
but it will be
gosh.
within the next few days.
Getting our
Oh
hopes
dear
up.
Jesus. I don't want the stress.
Also, one more thing, shout out to me and Gavin's oral interp teacher. If you're listening to this, I hope we're doing a good job with our voices.
Oh, yes.
Because-
Can I use this as an assignment?
Yeah, can we get extra
please?
credit for this, please? I think it would be very beneficial for the both of us.
Yes,
Yeah.
Miss Ma'am, please.
Miss
I just
Ma'am,
need some extra
please.
credit. Also,
Yes.
if Miss Ma'am of my other class, my acting class, wink wink, you know who you are.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
listening to this too. Extra credit? Question mark.
Don't badger her for extra credit.
Bag.
You don't need it.
But
I am. Oh, I need it. I need it. I can tell you that right now. I need it.
hey, guys, first podcast. I think we went into some really great topics. I think this was a great time, and, you know, seriously, I think this is just as good as the one, obviously, we made before, or even better. I think once this goes up, we're going to listen to it, we're going to be like, okay, then we're going to start bouncing ideas off each other, like we said before. So, yeah, I'm pretty good at leaving it there. If you guys have any closing remarks?
Yeah, I mean, moment for silence for our failed first
Yeah,
episode.
moment
Rest
of
in
silence.
peace.
Yeah, moment of silence for the official pilot.
All right, moment's over.
Moment's
The
over.
moment's finished.
Man.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, I guess I'll see you on Friday.
Yeah,
Hey,
thanks
see
for
you on
listening,
Friday.
guys.
Podcast number 2 coming out soon.
Let's go.
Woo! Unofficial pilot done!
Woo! Woo! Bye.
See ya.
See ya.